As everyone has laid down to camp, it appears to have rolled down from a ledge, and you can see crouching on that ledge is a creature. It appears to have noticed that you've noticed it, and you hear it grunt something. Then it shouts something. It stands up along with another one. We're going to roll initiative.
We've got 2 orcs on the ledge. I'm going to cast Dancing Lights. I want to cast that around those 2 dudes. As a bonus action, I can move them during my turn up to 60 feet.
4 small lights appear floating and hovering around these 2 orcs that you see. He's about 10 feet above you.
Oh, he is? Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're on a ledge.
So I'm like underneath him right now. Then.
Yeah. Theron, you open your eyes from your meditation.
He gets next to Jeff. What's going on? Where's Roland?
The thing about these orcs is you guys who are fighting them are starting to see orcs are usually big, dumb creatures with just huge rippling muscles and giant axes, and they're just brutes. These are not that. These creatures are thin, they look smart, and they have smaller, lighter weapons. They do not seem to be your standard stupid orc. An Orog from behind Roland leaps off of a ledge. The one that jumps down, he still has a big-ass axe and plants it in Roland's back as he surprises him, dealing 13 slashing damage.
Fuck, 13 damage, dude? What level are these motherfuckers?
He then pulls it out and swings down again. You're ready for his second attack, and you dodge out of the way as his axe slams into the stone below you.
Ready yourselves, they're tough.
Thorin, dreaming of your forest.
Huh? What? Oh, okay. He's like half asleep still and kind of crazed, but starts charging towards.
Roland, again from behind you, you feel a javelin flies. And as you turn around, you see there's another Orog on a ledge.
Oh, man.
Shit.
There's a serious ambush here.
He launches a javelin, pierces into you, dealing 9 damage.
Oh, Roland's down.
This Orog jumps off of the ledge on top of Roland and approaches Jeff, swinging at him with his great axe, slashing deep into Jeff, dealing 13 slashing damage as his axe opens a giant wound in Jeff's chest. He comes down again. 11 slashing damage.
Yeah, he's down.
Calvinus, before you even have time to get up, 2 of your allies have gone down from these creatures. What are you going to do?
Calvinus holds up his poison sword and says, "Stop! Let's talk about this."
You just hear laughter.
Healing word on who's got the most damage.
Well, Jeff and Roland have both gone down.
I'm just going to roll a d20. If it's over 10, I'll heal Roland. So it's Jeff. I healed Jeff.
Sweet.
So Jeff's back up with 9 hit points.
He needs to fall the fuck back.
And it's Jeff's turn.
Jeff is going to attempt to cast command on this guy and tell him to flee. Cast Spare the Dying on Roland.
Roland is stable now, yes?
Yes.
Okay. Neurosi, as you are rudely awakened, you hear the sounds of a battle being pitched outside your camp. What are you doing?
I want to cast False Life on myself without expelling a spell slot. I will also get up.
Darendil leaps forward and says, "Don't worry, Theron, I'm here." He lunges forward, slashing out at the Orog, putting a large gash across his chest.
Nice.
Orog cries out in rage, and then Darendil lashes out with a second claw.
How come he gets 2 attacks?
He's a Quaggoth.
He's better
So they
than
get
us.
more?
He has the stat block of a Quaggoth.
That tells you right there he's not a true high elf.
Just so you know, there is a mechanical way that this is possible.
Uh-huh.
There's a spell called True Polymorph, which turns the creature into any other kind of not even creature, anything. It could turn him into like a wooden box.
Really? Oh, wow.
And I think if you cast it on someone enough or the right way or something, I don't remember exactly the details, but you can make it permanent.
Day 1, Theron knew this dude isn't a fucking high elf.
Jim Jar gets up and moves forward as well. So this other Orog jumps down and lashes out at Jim Jar. An axe comes down on Jim Jar's head. He moves his head out of the way, but it lands straight into his shoulder, driving itself deep, and he cries out in pain. And the axe comes down again, once again hitting him, not quite as hard this time. He has a large bleeding wound in his right shoulder. Theron now. 4 Orogs here.
All right, I'm going to attack. Action surge now. As it splashes this dude's face. He like slashes forward and then with his left hand just fucking surges acid into the dude's face.
The Orog takes the slash in his chest and looks up in pain just to get a face full of acid as bits of his face start melting off. And he counterattacks immediately.
Oh. Hold on, guy.
Flashing into Theron. He comes at him again.
Again?
Slamming into Theron's armor this time. Thorin.
Hey guys, check this out. Turn into a dire wolf.
You can stand on top of Roland because he's dead. So you could just run up and take where Roland's spot was.
I'm not dead yet. He's not dead yet.
Well, unconscious.
Yeah.
Or you could go
Thorin
up.
is going to stand on top of Roland's unconscious body as a dire wolf.
Leaps past Jeff. Takes a big chunk out of this Orog as he lunges at him. The Orog manages to bat Thorin back down. This guy on the ledge leaps down in front of Theron. Plants his axe straight in Theron's shoulder and then lifts it out of the wound again and then slams it straight down onto Theron's head, knocking him silly as Theron collapses.
Shit.
This other guy flees from the fight as quickly as his little legs will take him, which provokes from all 4 of...
Oh, yes. Beat the shit out of him.
Darendil swipes out at him. Jim Jar also hits him. He takes a bunch of hits and he's like, "Oh, get me out of here," he says in Orcish, and his buddies look at him like he's a little pansy, but he runs anyway.
All these twinkling lights start to appear. He's like, the eye of the tiger. And he transforms into a tiger. Charges. Come on.
17 misses. Your claws clang into this creature's armor. Jeff?
Are Roland and Theron both down?
Yep. Roland is stable. Theron is not.
Stabilizes Theron as his bonus action and casts Cure Wounds on Roland. Roland has 12 hit points.
Hell yeah, he's back in the fight. Thanks, Bagel Bagels.
Yes, like, again, I am so tired of just healing you guys all the time.
The Orogs understand your language, and so the one right in front of you, Jeff, says,
Don't worry.
Rosie?
Chill touch.
Your skeletal hand flies out, and he just bats it away, slams against the stone wall. Darendil, whose prey has run away, he moves into the next closest creature and with a roar strikes out with his claws. The Orog easily deflects his attacks. Jim Jar also flashes out with his short sword, hitting the Orog this time. He shoves his sword into the chink in the armor straight into his armpit, Jim Jar's favorite spot.
Nice.
He cries out in pain, counterattacks against Jim Jar, coming down with his great axe, slamming it straight in between Jim Jar's eyes, cracking his skull.
What?
Dealing 26.
Oh.
And Jim Jar dies. His brain leaking out of his head.
Holy shit.
And the Orog roars in glory and victory as his teammates roar back. And the one in front of Jeff says,
See?
Jeff says, yep, he's pretty dead.
and as the Orog puts his boot in Jim Jar's face to pull his axe out, turns on Calvinus and swings it down again. He hits the tiger next to him, dealing 7 slashing damage.
Dude, I can't believe Jim Jar just fucking got it, dude.
Yeah, right in the face.
Roland, he opens his eyes. His sword just comes flying out of his sheath, sort of aimlessly. Theron is stable.
Yes.
The Orog in front of Jeff says,
Here's another one.
and he cuts Theron's head off. The Orog gives Jeff a little wink.
Thorin just tries to bite that guy.
That bite clangs into his armor. This other Orog moves around over to... He's just going to step right onto Theron's dead body. Then attack Jeff. Jeff throws his shield up to deflect the attack. He comes down again, this time with a 19. Jeff's shield is battered out of the way by the first attack, and the second attack lands true, dealing 10 slashing damage. Jeff goes down. The other Orog, who had fled, returns. He's like, wait, I didn't mean that. Calvinus, this guy has come up on your ass. What are you doing?
Runs back next to Neurosi, ready to charge again to try to knock someone else prone.
Jeff, death save. Jeff coughs up some blood. Neurosi?
Chill touch on the bloodied guy.
All right.
Ice you very much.
Critical hit. So the skeletal hand comes out and lands right in the center of this guy's neck and just starts squeezing. And you see the skeletal fingers go into the side of his neck as blood drips down from the wound. And it just crushes as he gurgles and struggles for breath. And then just this icy sheen covers his body as he falls over and shatters into a million pieces. Darendil says, "That's what I'm talking about!" and lashes out. But he's way too excited and misses twice. Jim Jar's dead.
Super dead.
Super duper dead. The Orog in front of Darendil counterattacks. Darendil takes a giant axe swing straight into his side. It probably cuts through a good half of his ribs. It gets pulled out with a sickening... He's bleeding heavily, but still alive. Roland.
We're losing this. And then he tries to get Jeff up.
Just like, oh, well, I still feel like shit, but thanks for the effort.
The Orog in front of Jeff says,
"As much as I want you to watch this happen."
and brings his axe back down on Jeff's newly awakened face. It slams into the ground next to where his face used to be. The axe comes down. In the second position, he rolls back again. That lucky son of a bitch.
Oh, thank God.
Thorin.
Fight the guy.
Thorin wraps his jaws around his throat, tears a large chunk out. The guy is now prone on his back. The Orog standing on top of Theron says, "Why don't you die?" Jeff just keeps rolling around. Calvinus.
Okay, he'll just charge at the one next to Darendil and attempt to knock him prone.
18 hits.
Fuck yeah! All right, sorry, that was a bit intense.
Yeah, that was a bit much, huh?
Jeff, axes after axes coming after him, rolling around, dodging all of them.
From the ground, I'm going to look up at the guy who's taken no damage, who I think was the most recent to try and stab or chop him with an axe. Drop your fucking axe.
You see his hands shake, but he keeps a hold of his axe.
He also stands up.
Okay. Neurosi. Neurosi sends out another skeletal hand and it slams into another wall. Roland, you have this Orog prone in front of you. Roland just takes his sword, turns it above his head, and comes straight down through the chest of this creature, killing it.
I think he took it up, like kind of did a swirl thing, then grabbed it with both hands as it's like pointing down, and then just plunged it straight into his fucking chest.
Nice. More cinematic than my favorite.
And then, yeah, and then he twisted it a little and then pulled it back out.
A little blood spurts out like a little tiny geyser.
Thorin's going to go after the top one, just walk right across the cooling corpse that Roland just dispatched, and try and bite this other one.
He shakes Thorin off, brings his axe back down on Jeff's head again. 24.
Yeah, obviously that hits.
Dealing 8 slashing damage.
Yeah, he's down again for the third time this battle.
The Orog turns his great axe on the wolf, slamming into the ground as the wolf easily dodges out of the way. Calvinus.
Full disengage, go next to Neurosi, turn back into Calvinus. And then he says, "I'm going to heal Jeff."
Neurosi. Your hand slams into the stalactite that sits in the way.
And he just looks over at Calvinus and he's just like, yep.
Darendil's like,
Nice.
and attacks.
That's a good sound effect. I'm going to save that one.
And he just tears this Orog's face off and then pounces on top and begins eating him from the neck down as he did that other guy. It seems to be his preferred method of eating. Roland, one of these creatures is left and he seems to be doing okay.
All right, I'm going to move in.
Thorin tries to bite the guy.
Mad dog here just tearing him apart.
Chomping.
This Orog can see the writing on the wall and disengages Calvinus.
Healing word on Jeff.
Nice. Sweet. Jeff's like, thanks for actually doing that.
Jeff's eyes pop open and it is his turn.
Toll the dead on this guy. Oh,
So Jeff rings a little bell and everyone just sort of looks at him.
like a dinner bell.
Darendil turns around real quick, like, what? Hey, Rosie.
It's icicle time.
17? No, misses.
What?
Orog's like, not icicle time!
Damn.
Darendil, unfortunately, is too busy eating to do anything else. Roland.
You're not getting away from me. Damn it.
I think I am.
Thorin?
Yeah, Thorin's going to try and chomp this guy too. No one's letting him escape, which I like.
Calvinus. You throw this big thorny vine out and it just flops on the ground limply like your non-existent.
Nice. Good reference there.
Thank you. Jeff.
Toll the dead again. Wisdom save, DC 14. No kidding.
You roll the 14 both times.
Wow.
It's like he knew what he needed. He really wants to get the fuck out of here, apparently.
Can I move up next to him?
He's gonna just go 60 feet. So you know what? He's not. He's gonna turn and put his axe in Jeff's face.
Oh!
Because these guys really hate Jeff for some reason. They've just decided that. He said, fuck it, may as well take one of them with me.
He's down again. Fourth time.
Don't worry, Jeff, I got you.
Damn it.
Orog is like bleeding and heaving and he just spits on Jeff's body and he just turns to the other guys and he's like,
Fuck you all.
Nerosi's like, I think I'm going to change it up this time. Chill touch.
critical hit. Your chill touch hand turns into a fist as it flies through the air and just gives him a strong right cross, freezing his head as it does.
Don't fall to pieces.
He falls over and his head just shatters on the ground. Darendil is still just going to town on this one Orog, eating him, eating everything that he is. The other ones, if you search their bodies, you find that they each have 10 days worth of rations each. They each have 5 javelins and a great axe. They're all wearing plate mail.
Calvinus heals Jeff.
And between them, you find 17 gold. They knocked him out 4 times?
4 times and spit in his face.
Who all did we lose? Did we just lose Theron?
Theron and Jim Jar.
All right, I think we need to bury them and yeah.
Yeah, Jeff stabs the Orok corpses a few extra times for good measure and then starts tending to the dead, like doing, burial rites or whatever.
Roland goes through Theron's things to take something of remembrance.
Theron has on him, and since he's dead now, I'm going to add something to his story that you don't know about.
Ooh.
He's actually a Quaggoth.
Stop it.
Theron has on him a tiny silver icon of a raven that looks like it was probably something important.
Yeah, Roland takes that. All right, yeah, and I think they bury them. Or at least Roland buries Theron.
You find what best you can of soft dirt, although it's really kind of rocky and hard to dig, but you manage to at least dig deep enough that you can cover the body up and not just leave it exposed for scavengers. And bury Theron and Jim Jar each in a shallow grave.
Jeff says some words. Yep, he was alive and now he's dead, and that is the circle of life. And then kind of walks off.
All right. Roland, do you have anything to say?
We were never close, and I never really let him get close, but he stood by my side and everybody else is here and did the best he could in a shitty circumstance.
And it's kind of a nice little service, except that it's occasionally punctuated by the tearing sounds of Darendil ripping this Orog apart and eating him gleefully.
Calvinus wants to say some stuff for Jim Jar.
Okay.
All right, little buddy. We wouldn't have been able to get out without you, so thank you, and I hope you're in deep gnome heaven. And I hope you have your little shim up there and your shivving angels and stuff like that.
Shivving angels in heaven.
Nerosi, as you're standing there listening to Calvinus's speech, the little devil on your shoulder makes his way up to your ear and leans in as if he's about to whisper something towards you, but then sort of, you can't really see, but almost out of the corner of your eye, you see his tiny little glint and you hear a gurgle, and you see the devil's tiny body fall dead, and out from behind your head, you see a tiny little version of Jim Jar just standing on your shoulder instead of the devil, and he says, "Man, I bet having that guy up here sucked, huh?"
Jim Jar! He starts dancing and jumping up and down, and he accidentally starts jumping on Jim Jar's body. He's like, "Yay! Yay!"
Oh no.
Excellent.
How far behind are those troops that were on our tail?
So we were 6 or 7 rounds, maybe.
Okay.
A round is 6 seconds.
When
so
we-
the service probably took 10 times longer than the encounter did. You
Half an hour.
maybe lost a half an hour. This isn't going to affect your...
Okay, so we can continue to rest here, or are we fucking going?
It was like I said, more of a diversion than anything else, time-wise. But
So instead
whether,
of moving on our journey, we should just go back to sleep and rest and shit?
Jeff says, yeah, I could use a rest.
so you take a rest.
Thorin volunteers to go on guard duty first, since no one even touched him.
Calvinus can. I'll just throw the light stone ahead of me.
Darendil seems to have passed out in his meal.
He got a food coma and just passed out.
Like, you guys have not been able to tear him away from that, get any information out of him, speak to him. He is a beast feeding right now, and now he's a beast sleeping after feeding.
He's just wheezing because he's so full, meat sweats.
Yeah, it's pretty gross. And he's laying in the remnants as well.
Nice.
Can Roland hang out with Nerosi?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
All right, Roland and Nerosi do second shift, and we're just going to say y'all just do 2 shifts this time around since you don't have anyone for the third. You all wake up and a little bit morosely begin your standard morning rituals. Bupido does his weird-ass shit with his knife again. Shushtar stands up and sits down again to start some sort of weird meditation. You guys prepare your spells, start your breakfast, eat your nasty mushrooms or the rations you got from the Orog. So you have 40 days of rations now, and that's per person. You only use 8 units of rations per day, and you have 40 from that plus whatever you had before.
Jeff also remembers that he has the magical bag of holding and does put one of the suits of armor into it.
Hey, why don't we put the axes in there too?
Jeff says, yeah, sure.
4, they are great axes. You guys take anything else off these guys? You can easily search their bodies. They have the armor they were wearing, the weapons they were using, and a little bit of gold. As you guys make your miserable, dark, stinky, unpleasant trek through the Underdark, this time, are you trying to accomplish anything as you travel today?
Well, Nerosi and Calvinus want to address something with Jeff.
Okay.
Rolls his eyes immediately as they walk up.
Nerosi says, Jeff, I think that you think we're cowards.
Can you hear the bugs chirping in the background?
But neither of us would survive very long unless Calvinus is in wild shape. And
Jeff points out, which he was, and retreated as a giant tiger twice.
Calvinus says, wait. When I'm a tiger, I have to have at least 20 feet to charge if I'm going to knock somebody prone.
You still have teeth and claws.
Neurosi says, you guys all insist on going right next to the bad guys. Why don't you get away from them and then we can strategize more?
Jeff just says, all right, everybody else ready to go. Let's go.
Yeah, Roland's kind of like, well, not all of us can strike from afar, you asshole. And then walks off.
Yeah, Jeff leaves. He gets the fish guy ready to go and says, all right, let's.
Neurosi says, all I'm saying is...
Jeff has walked off by this point.
Neurosi says, and it hurts. Calvinus says, it really hurts.
Thorin is like, guys, I mean, don't worry about it. Maybe just running away less.
So basically, it would be better if we ran up next to the bad guys and just like meleeed with them.
Can something come attack us right now?
So this stupid circular conversation as Neurosi continues to express his own self-doubts and concerns about his teammates liking him, which Jeff clearly doesn't like anybody, and Thorin clearly likes everybody. So Neurosi seems to miss the point that his actions have nothing to do with whether or not they like him. Nilhog's nose gives you advantage on perception checks after you eat it.
Thorin's interested in those, and the ones that are good as torches.
Yeah, so that's torch stock. So that's those. The other thing about Nilhog's nose, though, is that while you're under its influence, you have disadvantage on saves against effects based on smell. Makes your nose really fucking powerful. Ormu is a green moss, and you can use it to create like your own glowing powder.
Neurosi and Calvinus, as they're walking, they're telling Stool about different stories about Enil. Calvinus is like, yeah, in this one time, Enil was like, went into this pub. He sang a song. He was like, hey, I'm Enil, I'm in a pub.
Stool just thinks that you guys and Enil are like the coolest people on the planet because he's too young to know that's not actually true. He's like, I made my own song once, and it went like this. I'm Stool and I walk in places
help me.
because I got plagues on me that can move.
Roland is just like already so far ahead now.
The rapport spores are only 30 feet anyway, so as soon as you're 30 feet away from them, you can't hear anything at all. So that's how you travel. You make camp that night, and once again, Lupito cuts his very thin slivers of mushroom. Shushtar meditates, and Darendil seems to be eating his rations in a overly formal and civilized manner, maybe as if in an attempt to make up for his barbaric gorging from the night before. You all make camp.
Neurosi will cast his mage armor, and then he'll cast his false life temporary hit points.
Okay.
What's the layout of where we're making camp?
You find this alcove, and you are 100% certain that there is no creature on the path that you took to get here or anywhere nearby.
Can Calvinus cast detect magic?
Sure. You don't find anything.
There's no magic.
You set up first watch. Who's on first watch?
Neurosi and Calvinus could.
Neurosi and Calvinus go on watch. Everybody else goes to sleep.
Oh, I feel so safe.
Calvinus will be sort of in front of Neurosi a little bit.
So everyone goes to sleep. Shortly afterwards, Neurosi and Calvinus, and probably the sleeping people as well, feel a rumble as the ground beneath your feet begins to shake. This is something that happens occasionally in certain spots in the Underdark. It is a lava swell that is pushing up from below. You will be overcome by this lava and almost certainly killed.
Fuck, it's a lava swell. We gotta move now. Come on, let's go.
Cracks and fissures begin opening beneath you. You can see red light glowing through these fissures as steam and the scent of sulfur emerges from them. Roland, you grab up Shushtar.
Neurosi casts Expeditious Retreat. Calvinus turns into a giant spider.
Neurosi is caught off guard, and the tremoring shakes him loose, and he falls, and his arm goes straight into one of these pits, deep into this lava. has his arms free, seeing his blistered, singed hands. After that, he is able to make his way.
Thank God he cast those hit points.
Thorin turns into a goat. He goes and tries to pick up Jeff and the little mushroom guy.
So you do actually a little goat jig. The vibrations are in tune with your giant goat soul here, and you turn it into a really awesome looking dance while carrying Jeff and School on your back.
Yeah, goats are awesome.
This is the coolest thing I ever did in my life. You guys are so awesome.
Bupido says, excuse me, I do not believe anyone has come to take Bupido away from the danger. Anyone please come get Bupido. I think there might be room on the goat.
Nope, no room on the goat.
Come on, sucker.
Bupido knows that he can do this. He narrowly avoids a lot of spurts of lava, and the flows have gotten kind of large at this point. He navigates his way through them unharmed, unfortunately.
Damn it.
A little shaken and a little burned, some of you, but not too injured. You find yourselves a new place to make camp, and this one is uneventful.
Vicious mockery. Vicious mockery. Vicious mockery. Vicious mockery. Vicious mockery.